We're inside the Roar Room with UNA head volleyball coach Bob White. UNA volleyball set to open up this weekend on the road at Chattanooga. We're going to preview the upcoming season of volleyball with Coach White. And Coach White, you guys reported in August, practiced for 2 weeks, then the fall season was postponed. So take us through what the last couple of months have been like preparing for this new spring season.
Well, we had 2 solid weeks of practice before school started, and some of our players got sick right after that time. And so we spent most of the fall just working in small groups, working on those things, those little pieces that you don't usually get time, especially in the fall, because you're going right into your matches, working with our groups like our outside hitters and our setters and just those small groups. And so I think the fall was extremely profitable for us because we're so young. I think it was a blessing in disguise because we're much more prepared to play a spring than we would have been prepared to play a fall. And we're playing a spring that theoretically doesn't count, but for us, it's going to really help us prepare for the fall when it does count.
Let's talk about the roster and what's returning and what's new. Let's start with the returnees. 12 total players, 6 sophomores, 6 freshmen. So these sophomores played a lot last year. Anna Catherine Griggs, Braylee Linder, a lot of those players UNA fans will remember. What's their growth been like from last year to this point?
I love this class. It was my first true recruiting class from here to UNA. A lot of talent in this group. In fact, my wife used to always tell me to watch the ESPN portion of it. We usually see generic film, and all the announcers, wherever we would go, would always talk about this class, this freshman class, and how good they're going to be in their junior year. Well, they're getting to play a semester before their junior year, but they really feel like juniors right now, and they're doing a great job of leading. They've really adopted each one of the freshmen that came in, and our core value of family first has really become evident with that group.
And let's talk about the 6 returnees, 6 freshmen. I know we'll see a lot of them as well. They've got a semester under their belts. So how did this fall benefit them as they get ready for their first collegiate season?
Yeah, I think for the freshmen especially, it's been a blessing in disguise because they generally don't get that opportunity. They have to come right in, and we get like 2 weeks and we got to start playing. So to be able to work with them again in those small groups and our system is different than a lot of them played in high school or in club, and so really they're much further ahead and much better prepared to play this spring than they would have been to play in the fall. And it's a very talented group, so I'm excited for them to have a chance to start playing.
Let's talk about the schedule that you guys will be playing this spring. Open up Chattanooga this weekend, Middle Tennessee State at home next Friday, home opener. Conference will be 2 different divisions, a North and South. So take us through what this 2021 spring slate will look like.
Well, going to Chattanooga is like a homecoming for me. I started my college career in Chattanooga, and so it's always fun to go back. There's a lot of people, friends that I have there in that area. The schedule, I think UTC is in a rebuilding year, so they have a very young team. If you look at them, I think they have 1 senior and kind of like we have a lot of freshmen and a lot of sophomores. They did get to play 1 match earlier in the season, and so they have 1 game under their belts. I don't think that'll make much of a difference because it was a long time ago, and so this will be a good challenge. They're in a rebuilding, and we're in a building a program, and we're getting really close to being able to compete really, really well in the ASUN. We'll come home next Friday night and get to play Middle Tennessee State University. That's going to be exciting. There's no place like home, and I think for our freshmen that'll be even more exciting because they've never gotten the opportunity to play here in Flowers Hall. We'll leave a day later and go play MTSU on that Sunday, and that'll be our preseason. Then we'll go into conference play, and conference play will be interesting with the division. There's 2 divisions. There's 4 teams in the South and 5 teams in the North. 4 teams from each advance to the playoffs. So the 4 teams in the South, they've got an automatic. For us, we're going to have to battle, and so certainly probably Bellarmine and will probably be our biggest. They're the new one in, so that'll be the team that we'll have to beat. We played them at home twice. It'll be certainly important. And then we had a couple matches where we went 5 last year, and so that's going to be super important for us too.
Coach White, we're excited to see the team. Thank you very much for the time.
Yeah, it's always a privilege and a pleasure to talk about our volleyball program, what's happening, a lot of exciting things, and we're just ready to get at it. So Roar Lions.